Okay, so today we learned, went over quite a few things. We added the D scale, so now we're at C, G, and D. We went to page 78, which is the HANON. So we did exercise 1, the amazing aerobics of HANON. And then we talked about the grand staff on page 20, which is wonderful because we talked about what makes the grand staff, the treble clef, the backdrop, I call it the backdrop of composition, where you have your 5 lines, 4 spaces for your top treble staff, which has your treble clef on it. Then you have the bottom 5 lines, 4 spaces, bass staff, which has your bass staff on it. The bar lines, of course, connected on both ends. And then you have a brace at the beginning. So that's what makes it the grand staff. On that backdrop, besides the clefs, you'll have a time signature. You might have a key signature. All your notes are written on there according to how the composer wants that music to be played or sung or performed instrumentally. So just going over the scales, let me go over that real quick. Okay, we went over the D scale. 2 sharps, swing. So we've done the C scale, swing. We've done a G scale that has the 1 black key, F sharp. And then your D scale, which we learned today, swing. And of course, we talked about the amazing aerobics of HANON. This works out those fingers, especially the 4th and the 5th fingers. Exercising, warming you up. Even the most skilled pianists of present day utilize the HANON technique. It helps for flexibility, agility, coordination, smoothness in playing, evenness in playing. Okay, and we did the number 1 exercise. Okay, HANON number 1. Call it the Bible for the pianists, piano students. Okay, and this is what we played here. I'm just going to do right hand. Left hand has that same pattern. Skip. Come back down. Skip. Skip. Come back down. Steps. Skip. Come back down. Skip. 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 Page 20, we talked a little bit about the grand staff. The 4/4 time signature, where that top number means there are 4 beats per measure. Each measure gets 4 counts. And then the bottom means each quarter note gets 1 beat. Okay, so we talked about that. We talked about the whole rest. Okay, and that gets 4 counts of rest. There is no playing there. You're resting your hand. While if you look at the top on this song, the treble clef is playing notes while the left hand rests. Okay, and then on the bottom, you see the bass clef is playing while the top, the treble clef, rests. Silent for measures, okay? But in position. And then I wanted you to review these on your own. Rock along Mexican hat dance. Got some quarter rests there. Quarter rests get 1 count, just like you rest for 1 count, just like a quarter note gets 1 beat. Writing in 4 time. Talked about this for theory. You know, you're writing your under each note how many counts each note receives. Then we're filling in the number of G's necessarily, just so that we can make these equal, adding just 1 G to make each bar or measure equal 4 beats. Okay, we talked about that. And then up here, you're actually composing. You're adding bar lines, you're adding whole rests, You're writing the name of each note in the box, and then you're going to actually play the piece. And then you're composing down here as well. All right, great job today.